So I had no idea for a video this week. I've got an idea of what I want to do every 2 weeks when I post on the Daily Craze, but I didn't have time to sort it all out this week. So I decided to do a video game tag question. So 21 questions all about video games and my experience with them. So that's what I'm going to do this week. What's up everybody, my name is Buddy213 and cue the intro. What is your all-time favourite video game? Whoa, geez, that's a hard question. That's like asking your favourite flavour of ice cream. And you're an ice cream lover. And you live in an ice cream factory. You can't pick one. If I have to choose though... No, I can't pick one. I literally can't think of one to pick. I don't think I've ever had an all-time favourite. I've had lots of favourites, but never an all-time favourite. For the sake of this question though, I'll pick... a fairly recent game, if you consider how long I've been gaming for. Red Dead Redemption. I love that game. Holy cow, did I love that. I put so many hours into that game. It's amazing. So Red Dead Redemption. What is your current favourite video game? My current favourite video game is... I've actually got back into Starbound, which is what you're seeing in the background at the moment. I really enjoyed Starbound when it was in early access. But they stopped updating. They stopped updating for a long time and loads of people thought they died. The company, that is. You know, early access can be very hit and miss, so that's another subject for another day. But Starbound recently gave out a winter update which adds a whole lot of new stuff in, and I'm really excited to go back into that game and try it all out. So my current favourite game is Starbound. What is your favourite video game genre? I like games with a good story, so that could really range. You don't really see a good story in first-person shooters, to be honest with you. So that gets out the window. RPGs, you can get a lot of good stories from RPGs. And then again, you can get a lot of good stories from platformers and even adventure games. So I'll say for the sake, most of the time is RPGs I really enjoy the story in. So RPGs and platformers, I'd say. How long have you been playing video games? Since I was about 4 years old, I'd say. What's the first game you ever played? The first game I ever played, I don't actually remember. I don't actually remember the first game I ever played. I think I remember Eggy, a game called Eggy, where you were a little egg and you had to rescue the princess. And I remember a game called Frogger or something like that, where you're a frog and you have to get to the end level. All I remember is spikes. I remember giant pit of spikes, and you had to get over it by using the wings or something, and it took me forever to get across. I can't remember. I remember my first ever Vivid game I remember playing was Abe's Odyssey on PlayStation 1. But I've definitely played games before that. What a game have you clocked the most hours into? Oh my god, that's a difficult question. Depends what you mean. I mean, as I got older, from when I was a kid, so around my teens, I used to put a lot of hours into multiplayer games. So like first-person shooters like Battlefield, Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty World at War, when I enjoyed playing Call of Duty back then. But I didn't really want to include them. Most hours I put a game into. Do you know, it's probably... I was going to say Dragon Age Origins, but I put a lot of hours into Fallout 3. It is probably Fallout 3 now I think about it. Definitely Fallout 3. I mean, I had that game on Xbox 360 and I played it through multiple times. Then I got it on PC and played it through multiple times, or once or twice, but I always had all the mods for it. So definitely Fallout 3, I would say. Don't know how long, at least over 300 hours, I would say. What's your longest gaming session? Gaming session? Probably... we're talking a while back. I don't really put that many hours into games a day now, as I got older. But I used to put in at least... When I got a new game, it was pretty much from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed. So around 12 to 14 hours a day. That was probably it, yeah. Who is your favourite developer? My favourite developer is probably Rockstar? It used to be Valve. I used to love Valve games, but they sort of moved away from the, Half-Life and what else? Half-Life and Portal and games like that. But now it's definitely Rockstar, I'd say. They always put effort into their games. I'm not saying other people don't, but they always deliver. I've never played a GTA that I've been dissatisfied with. And Red Dead Redemption was the best cowboy game I've ever played. So, yeah, probably right now Rockstar. Who's your favourite hero character from a game? Hero character? As in protagonist? My favourite protagonist? Probably John Marston from Red Dead Redemption. Another Red Dead. A lot of Red Dead in this episode. I like the fact that he tried to get his wife and son back, and then he lived on the farm for a while before, what happens. I'm not going to spoil it. If you haven't played Red Dead Redemption, what are you doing, man? Come on, go play Red Dead Redemption. But at the ending, that ending was like... Oh, either that or Shepard. Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. That's another good one. That's a really good one, Commander Shepard. That ending was still bullshit. I didn't like the ending. But that's another topic for another day. Who's your favourite villain? My favourite villain, I actually know my favourite villain was... My favourite villain is Pagan Ming from Fallout 4. This is a very recent one, but oh Jesus, he was such an awesome villain. Far Cry games normally have quite good villains. I mean, there was Vask or something from Far Cry 3. The Far Cry 4 villain, he was just incredible. I loved that villain. So yeah, Pagan Min. Most hated character from any game. Actually, there is a most hated character I've had from a game, and that's Rochelle from Left 4 Dead 2. She winds me up to no end, and I can't put a finger on why. She just really, really makes me want to shoot her in the face. What gaming systems do you own? What do I own now? An Xbox 360 and a PC. What was the first gaming system that you owned? The first gaming system I owned was an Atari. I believe it was an Atari. It was a long time ago, but I'm 95% sure it was an Atari. Your favourite gaming system and why? I don't have one. Honestly, don't have one. I don't believe in any of this console war, Xbox is better than PS3 or PlayStation's better than Xbox or the PC's the master race. Any of that. I don't have one. They each have their own pros and cons, Console games, both PlayStation and Xbox, are good for just hopping online with a friend with no hassle whatsoever. PC, sometimes you get this, there's always something going wrong, or you can't get in with a friend, or you haven't got the right graphics card, or an update or whatever. But the PC have mods, and the graphics are generally better, and it's right for single player games, or even mods for multiplayer. So I don't really have one. They both have their pros and cons. Do you prefer to play a guy character or a girl character? This is a question I always get really interesting responses to. You ask most guys, they'll say guy, because they can't get invested in the game unless you're playing as a male, which that argument always baffles me, because a lot of girl gamers play the same guys with a male protagonist and they can get invested just fine. So why can't guys play a game with a female character? I don't know why people are like that. Not everyone, obviously, not everyone. Majority of guys, I would say now, are okay with it. Me, I don't really mind. Part of me prefers to play as a girl character. I mean, if I play as I play an RPG like Mass Effect or Dragon Age, I always play as a guy character for my first playthrough because I'm trying to roleplay as myself, sort of thing. But afterwards, I always go back and play as a female. And if the game has no, no story, like I don't know, Starbound, for example, as you're seeing right now, I'd normally just play as a girl because why not? I feel like playing as a girl. Also, when you play with friends and they all play as guys, it sort of splits it up a bit. So yeah, girl character probably, but I don't really care. Do you follow walkthroughs or do you play the game on your own? I play the game on my own unless I get so stuck on a puzzle and I'm literally there for an hour or 2 hours and I can't figure it out. Then I would consult a walkthrough. Have you ever been to a gaming convention? No, but I want to. I'm going to an anime convention, if that counts. Probably not. No, I don't think that would count. No, definitely doesn't count because I know for a fact there will be no games there. So no, haven't been to a gaming convention. Really want to go to one. Will in the future. What game are you currently most excited about in the future? Probably has been announced or I want to come out. I'll do both. I really want Fallout 4 to come out. It's coming out. I know it's coming out, but they haven't announced it. But it's got to be on the way. Games that have been announced though, I'm interested in Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah. Interesting to see what they're going to do. I hope they don't ruin it for me. What's your best memory of a video game? My best memory of a video game? Probably playing online with my friends. There's been some hilarious moments. What's your worst memory of a video game? My worst memory of a video game? Probably Resident Evil 6. There was a bit where you had to climb up a rope while a monster followed you. And even though I was pressing the right buttons, it kept knocking me down. And I got so angry, I think I turned off my console. Which of course left my friend in fits on the other end of the mic. Games. How they used to make people rage. How they make people rage. Which video game character do you see yourself as? Or if you had to be represented by a video game character, who would it be? Who would I be? Who do I see myself as a video game character? None of them? I've thought about this question a lot and I can't really think of a single video game character that I see myself as. I know who I'd like to become. Commander Shepard would be pretty cool to become. I mean, he goes around the galaxy seeing all kinds of wonders and fighting aliens. Seems pretty cool. So Commander Shepard. So that's all for this week, my fellow Daily Crazers. Crazy lot, you. I'll be back again in 2 weeks. So you can check out my main channel down below. You can stay subscribed to the Daily Craze or subscribe to the Daily Craze if you haven't already. Check out everyone else who posts on here. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, guys. Or night.